switch foot. And you're going to get a bit of a rhythm. So it's going to look a little something like this. So moving on into exercise number 5, we're going to start being a bit more dynamic now. So this is what this one looks like. So we're going to have the ball, and we're going to soul roll it, but we're going to act like we're almost going to shoot or pass it. So I have the ball over here. I'm going to make a little movement to make it look like I'm going to shoot or pass it. And I'm going to roll it across my body, and then do the exact same thing with the other leg. And you're almost rolling it past your own body, so you actually have to move out of the way of the ball. So this is a good move that you can actually use in a match as well, so it's really good to develop this one, with the sole of your foot being nice and sharp with it. So you're shifting it out, and acting like you're going to shoot, so the defender rushes in, and then you fake like you're going to shoot, and then you roll it across your body. He kind of tries to block the shot, and you've got a bit more extra space to make your next move. So this is what this one looks like. That's exercise number 5. Let's go right into exercise number 6. So moving on into exercise number 6, and it's similar to exercise number 5, you can actually use this one as a move in a game to kind of fake like you're going to pass. So this is what this one looks like. So you're going to have the ball, you're going to roll over the ball with your foot, and as it's coming down, you snap it back the other way with the outside of your foot. So it's a short and sharp movement, but it can be used as a move, as I was saying. So if the defender's coming in, you're going to fake like you're going to pass this way. He'll try and anticipate that pass, so it will move in front of you. If you snap it back the other way, then you've got a bit more time and space to make your move. So the way this one looks like, it's going to roll over the ball, snap it to one side, back, and then you're going to go immediately with the opposite foot, roll over, and snap it back the other way. And then you're going to get in a bit of a rhythm. So it's going to look a little something like this. So that's exercise number 6. Let's go right into exercise number 7. Okay, so moving on into exercise number 7, and we're starting to get a little bit more complicated now. But if you've mastered all the moves up until this point, you have no problems with this one as well. So this is what exercise number 7 looks like. So you're going to have the ball, you're going to use your heel and do a light touch onto your other foot, and then knock it forward with the inside of your opposite foot. So it's heel to inside. You're going to stop the ball, and you're going to do the exact same thing in the opposite direction. So this is what it looks like slowly. So you're going to have the ball, it's heel, push, stop. And it's going to go heel, push, stop, heel, push, stop. So this is what it looks like a little bit faster once you get in a rhythm. So that's exercise number 7. Let's move into exercise number 8. So now moving into exercise number 8, and we're going to throw a little bit of a step over in here now. A very commonly used move in the game. So it's good to get that action repeating and training, so that way it comes to a match, it feels very fluid. So this is how this one's going to look. We're going to have our foot on the ball, out to the side a little bit. So we're using the sole of our foot to drag it across our body. And as it comes across our body, we're going to step around the ball, sort of an inside step over, and then retrieve the ball with the sole of our opposite foot. And then we're going to repeat again the opposite side. And once we get comfortable doing that slowly, we can then get in a bit of a rhythm. And that's exercise number 8. And we can actually develop this a little bit further. So if you get comfortable using the sole of our foot, we can actually do the same action, but just using a small tap with the inside of our foot. You have to really control it. You have to really get that touch down, otherwise it's going to go off all over the place. So you've got to get a nice deft touch with the inside of our foot, coming around the ball, small touch, inside, like this. And once you get a rhythm going, it should look a little something like this. So that's 2 variations of exercise number 8. So let's get into exercise number 9. So exercise number 9, we're actually combining a couple moves once again. So this is what this one looks like. So we're going to have our foot on top of the ball once again, really using that sole of the foot once again. So we're going to drag it back like we're going to do an L drag. But instead of dragging it to the other side, this is an L drag. Instead of doing that, we're going to drag it back. In the second movement, as we drag it out to the side, we're actually going to put our laces on top of the ball to trap it. So it's almost like a fake pass or a fake L drag. So we drag it back, and then we're actually going to trap it with the top of the foot. And we're going to bring it back inside, up to the top, and then we can change feet. So we drag it, stop, drag it back, and up to the top. So it's just like a fake L drag. So this is what it should look like once you get a little bit of a rhythm.
Just fix your phone. Okay, you setting it. Does it work?
So that's exercise number 9. Let's move on to the final exercise of these moves, exercise number 10. So moving on into the final exercise, exercise number 10. And the reason I let this one last is because I believe this is the most complicated of the bunch. But as I always say, if you have mastered 1 through 9, you should have no problems with this. It might take a couple of tries to get used to the combination, but once you get used to it, you'll be doing it no problem whatsoever. So this is what exercise number 10 looks like. So you're going to have the ball on one side, using the sole to start once again. You're dragging it behind your foot, so the outside of your standing leg, dragging it down the side of it. Then you're going to retrieve the ball behind. Then you're going to push it out, put your sole on top of the ball once again. Then you're going to drag back and do an L turn. You're going to stop the ball here with your left foot, and then repeat on the other side. So you drag it behind the standing leg, out again, then L drag, back out to the standing leg. It looks very complicated, but I'm going to break it down once again. So slowly, using the outside of our leg, I'm going to drag it down the side, retrieve it, push it out to the front. So just to show you one more time, slow down. Got the ball on the outside of our standing foot, dragging it behind our leg, pushing it out, putting our sole on top of the ball once again. Then we're doing an L turn, back out, putting our opposite foot area of our sole. It's going to look a little something like this, standing on top of the ball, rocking forward to the heel, rocking backwards to the toe, and our standing leg is just hopping. So it's going to look a little something like this. And once we've done 10 with one foot, we're just going to simply move on to the other foot and do the exact same thing. So this time we're standing on our right leg, just rocking from forwards to backwards, making sure we're covering the whole of that sole, right to the heel and then right to the toe as well. And once we've done 10, we can move on into exercise number 2. So moving on into exercise number 2, it's very similar to exercise number 1. Instead of rocking the ball forwards, we're kind of rocking it behind us. So this is what it's going to look like. We're going to start with our sole on top of the ball, just like we did before. But this time, we're rolling the ball backwards, and then we're stopping the ball with the top of our foot, the laces here. So it kind of rolls it out, and then you kind of stop it right at the top of the foot here, right near the front. So it's kind of like you're faking like you're going to pass, but then you stop it. So we're going to do it with both feet, and we're going to get a bit of a rhythm going. So once we've done it with the right foot, we then roll it forward and release, and then do it exactly the same with the left foot. Then we can get in a bit of a rhythm. And that's exercise number 2. So moving on into exercise number 3, so we've incorporated the heel and the top of the foot quite heavily there, so we want to start incorporating the inside and the outside of our foot as well, because they're very important areas for dribbling. So this next move, we're going to be hopping on one leg, and we're going to be using the inside and outside of our foot, just pushing it backwards and forwards to either side. Kind of like this. So you're just getting a light touch on either side, and you're hopping on one standing leg. So you've got to keep control of the ball, make sure those touches are nice and soft, so that the ball doesn't go off miles away. And then we're going to do 20 on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 20, and then we'll move on into the other leg as well. This is a great move for developing moves like the elastico, where you're really using the inside and outside of the foot very quickly. You're actually moving from outside to inside. So if you can get this technique down, it's going to make it a lot easier when you're dribbling and want to do those elastico moves where you're having to use the outside to the inside really quickly. You're going to have a lot